Time to come up in the room. In the room. Brother ain't been live in a minute. Peace to the people coming in. Be here for about an hour and go hour and some change. I want to cover some stuff. I haven't been live in a minute. I want to go over some stuff that's going down here in Philly. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. Turn this volume down. And we get started. All right. We get started. All right, good. So my sound is good. All right. Yeah. So peace to people coming in. Peace to everybody out there. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you coming in. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Hold on. Let me set this up. I forgot to put this up real quick. At the bottom. Yeah, we're ready to start in a second. We're starting in a second. Yeah, we're ready to start in a second. BANARDS is my Cash App. All right, pen, and I'm ready. All right. Yeah, I want to discuss some things that's going on here in the city of Philadelphia. I want to talk about that YSL Woody, him snitching in an interrogation. I also want to talk about that Chicago drill rapper that got kidnapped. I haven't went live in a while, but I wanted to go live to cover these topics because I feel like they need to be discussed. Hold on. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, man. A lot of our kids is being led astray. You know, I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, you know, in these schools. Soon, I think in the next month or so, I'll be able to record. I had to get some stuff done where I'm able to record the children and record when I'm inside the schools. I'm also gonna have recordings of me being inside the youth prisons. So we've been putting in the work behind the scenes, raising the money for trips that's coming up that got everything to do with Urban Nerds. As you can see, I changed the name of my channel to Street Media TV. I'm creating a new image. My content, I have a different content strategy as well. A lot of the super pro black content that I put out over the years. For right now, I'm gonna be backing away from some of that and really dealing with more street content, stuff that's going on outside, because that's where the young people are. A lot of people in these B1 spaces, they're not listening to none of that stuff. They don't care nothing about black families or whether a brother got a wife. When you get to these YouTube spaces, nobody cares about that crap. They say that they do, but they don't support that kind of stuff. So I changed the name to Street Media TV, and I'm backing away from that kind of content because what we do with Urban Nerds, my job is to get out there and reach the minds of the children. We're in a battle. We're in a battle for the minds of the youth. And right now in the streets, and the enemy has the minds of our kids. I come from that environment, so I have to go out there. I have to go out there basically, you know, as one of them in order to bring them back over to this side. And, you know, talking, you know, the black first content, all that kind of stuff. The black community don't give a damn about that kind of stuff. And I'll never be able to do anything for Urban Nerds in the manner in which I want to if I just promote that kind of content. So when you guys see the logo Street Media TV, know that it's me. It's the old George Making Experience channel, because I know a lot of people didn't know that it was me. So it's me. Like I said, I'm live, and I want to get right off into the show. I want to talk about I'll start. Where I want to go. Well, I'll start off with this. Most right, and that's what I'm saying, brother Sean. I know that our people do, and you know me, I'm gonna mix it in, but I gotta go to the streets to bring them to the pro-black part. You know, me just leading with pro-black and showing my wife and my grandkids, the black space don't care about that. So I gotta go. I gotta go where I come from. I come from those streets. So I gotta go out to the streets to bring the message to the people. So I gotta reverse the way I did content over the years and come a different angle, a different approach. So that way we can get better results going into 2023. So this is my first live of the new year. So here we go. So there's been a lot of conversation about white folks coming into the black community in major cities and committing crimes in the darkness of the night, and then getting away, not caught or unscathed, just committing crimes and getting away. And it's been speculation for years. There's been speculations of the government dropping assault rifles in the projects, boxes of guns by the projects, on the train yards that run through the hoods. There's always been speculation. There hasn't been any concrete evidence or proof, but we know that the kids was running around with machine guns. We know that in places like Philadelphia, Chicago, you might have 30 shootings over the weekend. And a lot of times you'll hear the guys saying, man, wasn't nobody shooting on this block. I don't know where they get this. I don't know where they get these statistics from. So, and it's always been said that the military and the U.S. government was doing covert ops on killing black people. And I don't know if I believed it. I don't know if it to be true. But one thing I do know here in Philadelphia now, with cameras everywhere, there's been some events that's been going on where white people have been being caught in the hood killing people, black and Latinos. It's all over the news. It's all over the city right now. A black and Puerto Rican, mixed black and Puerto Rican cop was shot down and killed by a white boy, 18-year-old Miles Pfeffer, gunned down in the streets. 18-year-old Miles Pfeffer was also accompanied by his brother, a 17-year-old, and another 16-year-old. Now, Miles is from Buckingham Township, about 40 minutes outside of Philadelphia. His mother and father split up, and his father was living in Philadelphia in one of the affluent gentrified areas. They're not Philadelphians. The question that's being asked is, why was Miles Pfeffer in North Philly at 7 o'clock at night, 3 white boys committing a crime to the point where they had to shoot a police officer and then carjack somebody? Inquiring minds want to know. Because we've been saying the stuff that we've been saying, and it's been going on deaf ears. But the question that's raised and it's not being answered is, where did Miles Pfeffer come from? And why is this black father, why is his son no longer breathing? Because of the hands of a white boy that's not from North Philly. Where did he come from? He's robbing people, he's carjacking, he's killing cops. I'm from Southwest Philly. I'm from way across town, right? Where I come from is pretty bad. I come from the 12th district, one of the worst districts in the country. But where Miles Pfeffer was is in North Philly, and that's one of the worst hoods in America. I don't even go down there if I don't have to. So I'm trying to figure out, and what the people in the news is trying to figure out, and what the public and all the people in Philadelphia is trying to figure out, what was Miles Pfeffer, his brother, and his 16-year-old doing there? Committing robberies. And the city that for the last 3 years have been averaging over 500 homicides a year, averaging over almost 3,000 people shot. And where he was is one of the hot spots. What was he doing there? A lot of black people don't even want to go there. What was Miles Pfeffer doing there? Makes you ask the question. But they're going to try to sweep it under the rug. Then you get another guy, white guy, he shoots at his girlfriend. Then he goes on a rampage all throughout Mayfair section of Philly. Guns down 3 teenagers. Rise up on somebody else and shoots him in the side of the head. Now the Puerto Ricans down North Philly, we don't know him. We don't know where he come from. He ain't from nowhere near, he ain't from around here. He has a last name Vargas, but he's a white man. Nobody in those communities know him. Where did he come from? Was he out of towner? His girlfriend and him ain't talking, but he not from the blocks. Hold on for a second. Let's see. See if I can pull him up real quick. Yeah, let's go here. Let me share my screen for a second. I want y'all to see something real fast because I'm a cover. I'm just laying out where I'm going. There we go. Now, this is the white boy right here, Miles Pfeffer. This is the white boy that got that killed the cop, right? That I'm gonna talk about. Then we come over here. This is the other white boy that rode through the hood, gunning teenagers down. He shot 4 people. He shot 4 people, killing 3 teenagers. Then he shot another dude at the light in the head while he was driving in the car. He was dealing with some girl, and when they interview people, nobody knows who this man is. So I'm going to cover those, but I'm going to also cover this Chicago rapper Spenzo. Now I want you young people, I want you people to understand something. Make sure y'all share this out so people can know that it's George Macon. I'm actually live, so we can hold on for a second. Maybe we can get some people up in the room because I know a lot of people don't know. Hold on a second. I know there's a lot of people that don't know that I'm that I'm operating from this channel. And hold on a second. Let's see. People don't know that I'm operating from this channel, that I'm actually live over here. So maybe we can get some people in the room. Let me do it this way. All righty. There we go. I gotta Yeah, I want to talk about this rapper Spenzo. He got into a argument online with some guys, and he was ultimately kidnapped. And the guys beat his ass real bad. They tuned him up. They tuned him up real decent, and they recorded it, and they was making him apologize. And I'm gonna tell you, what the hell? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, young people, something, because a lot of you young people, y'all like to come online and be gangster, talk a lot of gangster shit. You know what I mean? You know, but it's some real people out here that'll put a real hurting on your ass. It's some real people out here that'll hurt you. And when I saw that video, I'm gonna play it on here. I'm gonna play it on here this morning because I'm sure that some of you guys probably saw the video as well. But they had this guy. He was beaten bloody. They was beating the mess out of him, and they was making him apologize. And what he was doing was he was dissing the dead man's son. So the guy and his crew, they came and they kidnapped him. Hold on a second. I'm just putting some stuff out here for people to come in the room, because I know a lot of people don't know. But the guy and his crew, they ran down on him and they kidnapped him. And when they kidnapped him, you can see in the video, they beating him bloody. They stripped him down naked. All right, hold on. So I'll be ready now. I just want to just send this out to a couple people. I should have did this earlier. Maybe a couple people get it. All right, I'm ready now. We just go with what we got. All right. What's going on, Alexis? What's going on? Yeah, so a lot of you young people out there, y'all like to do this online banging, this online beefing. And, you know, a lot of you guys like to run your mouth and you just think it's online. But there's a lot of people outside that's not online. They're not into YouTube like that. And they will hurt you. They'll kill you. They'll kill you for stuff that you say online, because I've had people say some vile stuff to me online. They don't know what I'm about offline. They don't know what my past is or what I've been through or what I've done to people. They don't know anything about me. You only know what I present to you online. So in these online spaces, people say all kinds of stuff, but you never know. You could be arguing with a person, he may be watching you. Do I think somebody's going to get Charleston White? They may. See, you know what's funny? You know, I was doing my videos about Charleston White at one time, and I'm a little indifferent when it comes to Charleston, because Charleston plays too much, right? But Charleston tells you I'm playing the character. He tell you what he's doing, because Charleston figured out that the internet is full of shit. And he knows that if I give you bullshit, you're going to show up to hear me. I could never take the Charleston route in order to get urban nerds popping, because that's just not who I am. But Charleston has work that he does with people. I've seen Charleston go from the character Charleston to the man Charleston White, and showing his connections and talking about what he does with children and working with different organizations, right? Then I've seen Charleston go back into character, because he knows that the stuff that he talk about, y'all gonna tune in for it. Do you think YSL case can get thrown out? I'm gonna talk about that. That's coming in a second. I just want to lay out. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, because again, the question that I asked is, if the police is trying to get people to constantly snitch, come and there's a killing in the hood, there's an old lady was hurt, somebody was raped, something bad happened, we need you guys to come testify if we need you guys to come give a statement. If you're going to allow these kind of statements or these interrogations to go public, then why would you expect people to come snitch? Now, what I think is, I got to put it out there the way it is. They don't want people to come snitch. They want the killings to go. I told y'all they gentrifying these communities, and they're going to get you out of there. They don't want you in there. I told y'all. So when you see them leaking these interrogations, they doing it to deter you from snitching. They don't want you to talk. They want you to kill each other. They want the property value in those areas that you live in to plummet so they can continue to re-gentrify and warehouse you. There's no other way. Because if they were concerned with your safety, that interrogation would never be leaked. Because that's a conversation that's being had by the police and the snitch. So if there's a shooting tonight in Philadelphia and the police go around and say, hey, did anybody see anything? Come on downtown and talk. And next thing you know, that video is leaked on the streets of Philly and out to the world, then why would that incentivize anybody else to give up a statement and talk? Unless you don't want people giving up statements and talking. You're just doing that as a front. That's not something that you really want. See, let's share the screen and get off into the show. Because I'm not going to be here long. So when you get something like this, right? Wait a minute. Can y'all hear it? Is the sound? Can y'all hear it? Oh, I don't got no sound. Hold on. Then why would that incentivize anybody else to give up a statement and talk? Hold on. Y'all couldn't hear it? Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me figure this out. Hold on. I don't know why y'all couldn't hear it. All right, hold on.
Okay, well, we don't want either of those situations, to be perfectly honest, because I've had
Don't
to talk.
say these things, you, I know, they don't got nothing to do with you, this is.
I don't want nobody down for real.
Because here's the thing.
I don't care that.
I don't want.
Okay, well, we can't do that. What I'm saying is, I can't have this talk every year with you. I can't.
Let me leave. You say we're getting this return office, it's nothing, and then I have somebody to stay in, we on the other side of the world. I go stay with them.
But you don't. Every time you go to 560 Windsor, every day, or you go to Delmar Rec every day.
I can promise you this, I leave my social meeting, and I pick.
Hold on, wait a minute. On.
Your small business has a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy, tools and support for every small business first.
2-3 years from now fighting the case, and probably do it another 5 years, so at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I make my mind up every time I get my way to go do my time.
So this dude was an 11-year snitch. He been dealing with this white boy right here that's about to come in the room.
You didn't
But
go to
right
federal
now, going
prison?
through some more time, hell no. I really did, because I got this look over my
Come in.
shoulder. I'm not trying to look over my shoulder. I'm not trying to be worried about how people look at me or what people think about me.
It's been a while.
5 people.
Remember me?
He's been very good today.
Good. So what's going on with the stuff at the jail?
But he's afraid that, I said if we wanted to come speak to him again, Kettle now works for the sheriff's office, so if there's an issue with the jail, that's gonna get killed right away. He's saying that he's afraid that if we ever took him out to speak to him again, or came to talk to him in the jail, that the guards are gonna start putting word that we came and got him.
No, dirty guys.
Huh?
Now this white dude that he talking to right here, this white guy is a guy that he's been informing with for 11 years. And one of the videos I put up, the white guy said, "I've known you for 11 years." He's been telling. You also have Dolly White, Young Thug's sister. That's telling, right? You have let me see, do I have her over here too? You also have this, right? Let me see. Y'all should be able to hear it, hopefully. Yo, this joint is crazy. Hold on. How do I switch it over? Well, they switched the way that you do these hold on. I'm trying to figure out they switched the way that you share your screen now. It's some old weird shit. All right. I guess you got to do it this way. This is his sister, right? I mean, this is his baby mom talking.
Oh, everybody that he groomed there, and you talk about witnesses, and the state have their witnesses. You're a witness for the state. When they did pre-trial, you got up there, and you talk about everybody that he groomed you to be a part of the YSL gang. Y'all need to look up a RICO law. How do RICO work? How do a RICO work? The whole thing for the state was they were trying to prove that it was an organized group, a gang that commit crimes. So when everybody took this plea deal and said, yes, this is a gang that needs to be dismantled, what do y'all call it? So that just hurt his defense. So what would make y'all think that he really is telling them to take plea deals and telling them to be a witness for the state? That may work, right? The only way you on the motherfucking list is if you on the form it, bitch. You ain't smacking shit.
He talking about his
You
sister.
ain't worked them motherfucking years, bitch. What is you talking about? Talking about you smack shit. Bitch, you don't even have your kids. Smack.
Y'all see that name that chime?
So look, right? I'm trying to learn how to work this. They got a new tab the way you do with the tab, and I don't know how to work this shit. I'm gonna go back to the interrogation. So hold on. I'm trying to learn how to work this shit.
Hurting people. Now this, I can't help the fact that people want to keep telling me what they doing. That's the difference. Now, if I was out here just doing shit, okay, I would live the first time ever. No, okay, I was wrong because I found a clip in my pocket.
Why would you have a clip in your mouth?
I done grabbed these pants. These ain't even my pants. I done grabbed these pants and just put them on because I was arrested. You know what I mean? And I didn't.
In my opinion, they want this case to be thrown out. They have to want the case to be thrown out. And they're encouraging people not to tell. Because if they wasn't encouraging people not to tell, this wouldn't be available. This man's family could be in danger. Anybody affiliated with him could be in danger because now it's come out that he's been telling for over 11 years. And I want to say this, right, to you young people. The streets is a myth and the streets been a myth. A lot of you guys like to glorify this gangster stuff, but you notice these rappers that you emulate, these rap songs that you like to rap about, these guys are not who they say they are. They ain't about that life for real. Newsflash, let me tell you something. Most rappers, most gangsters, most killers, most shooters, they can't rap. They don't do no rapping. The ones that's doing the clapping, they ain't doing too much rapping. So when you see these rappers trying to emulate or copy something, they're not who they said that they were, man. You being lied to. You being set up. It's not, they're not who they say that they are. And my son included, my 15-year-old is addicted and stuck on this kind of music. Every other song is bang, bang, kill another black man, kill this, hurt that, kill this. But these guys, as soon as they get pressed, they snitch. They also do this. Hold on, wait up. Yeah, why don't switch? Let me see something real quick. I wonder why. Hopefully, let me see. Hopefully, it stays on share audio tab. Go to Windows. Share. Tell me if y'all can hear it. Why? This shit is crazy. Why did they? Hold on. They switched the share thing, but how do you play the sound? And then I can't even bring it back up though. I just got to stop sharing. All right, hold on. Yeah. All right. So I got to do it like this. Yeah, they make it more difficult. All right. So look, right? That's these rappers, right? Now, this guy, he's online disrespecting the dead wax dog. He going and he talking shit. And you can see, he like, and then it says, I'm gonna show you, Jew, this on you that. Something, whatever that shit mean. Folks got shit splat. Watch your mouth. You wouldn't be in this position. So they going back and forth, right? They going back and forth online. And the dude's father grabbed the guy, right? But that's these rappers. Promoting these images that they're not. And I keep telling you guys, man, I'm outside in these streets. All the killers I knew don't rap. And when I was growing up, there was a fine line. You understood who to mess with and who not to mess with. You understood where to go and where not to go. Now everybody online just talking, but this is what happened when you run into these real niggas. So let's look at this. Let's let it play. Watch this. Spenzo, you won. They keep deleting the video, but why?
Nigga, tell my son you sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
Tell my son you sorry.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Say I'm sorry, Tristan.
I love you, Tristan.
Say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I love you, Tristan.
Hey, my motherfucking son. Fuck is wrong with you? That's bitch ass nigga. Say you sorry.
Sorry.
Fuck is wrong with you? So fast, nigga.
And I'm gonna tell you something. See, I'm gonna pause it there, and I'm gonna play it back. Right where I come from, and a lot of older people like me, Wax Dog, and all of us. I'm not used to this cyber talk and the cyber bullying. Hold on, Wax Dog, how you? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get Wax as moderator. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, there you go, Wax. You when I first came into these spaces, I wasn't used to dudes talking trash to me. Because where I come from, Philadelphia is a very violent city, very, very violent. And you're really going to hear people go back and forth from Philly on each other. Because in Philly, if we had words, you might as well go ahead and get your gun because somebody gonna try to kill you. If we have words, let alone I catch you disrespecting one of my dead homies or family members, somebody gonna try to kill you. They're gonna get at you about something. You're gonna get something split. One of your children gonna get kidnapped. Something gonna happen. That's just the way it is here. I don't make the rules. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is, this is the way it go down. So when you on these lines, like you don't see, like they show Chicago all the time. They rarely Philadelphia have a higher murder rate than Chicago. You don't see Philly dudes online really talking shit to each other, or the way, or they interviewing Philly rappers or Philly guys the way they do Chicago. You don't see it because here to talk like this is snitching, and you get killed. They're gonna come kill you, man. They'll come kill your mama. They'll come do anything here, bro. So when I see this kind of stuff in my mentality, I'm telling people like, yo, this ain't cool. You online disrespecting the dead, but then some real niggas, when I say death to the real nigga, I'm talking about that real nigga consciousness. But there's some real niggas out here. And what he did was he wasn't ready. He was talking some vicious kill you, bang, bang, anywhere gang stuff. And then some real niggas showed up, Wax. And when the real niggas show up, they ain't ready. I come from the era, my generation is the dudes that'll kidnap your mom and have her in the trunk and call you like, yeah, nigga, we couldn't catch you, but we got your mama. You better come down. That's the type of, that's the era I grew up in. So this online stuff, this thing is wild, man, and you dudes gotta stop, man. Because I seen a lot of people making fun of this dude, but I don't think that this is funny. To me, Shad, Alexis, Wax, to me, this ain't funny. Because where I come from, this shit is real. Oh, we can't catch it? Well, you know his brother and them play basketball over there on such and such. Go bring his brother to me. It's that simple. And I'll be 48 this year. Them old dudes and them dudes my age and older, they wasn't to be played with, man. A lot of y'all guys think shit is a joke because you got a gun. You got a gun and you can go shoot up a block. But there's a difference between shooters and killers. I grew up around the generations of killers, man. Stone cold killers, man. And they don't do what they want to do. They do what they had to do. You on here talking this talk, they not going to play with you. See, because I'm going to tell you something. They beat this nigga and let him live. But that was to send warning out to whoever. However, anybody can get it. And we can get you if we need to. Y'all get online and talk trash or make videos. You make a 3-hour stream about a dude. You show his family. You disrespect his people. But you don't know, like I said, my generation, I ain't used to cyberbullying. If you try to cyber fight with me, I'm going to lose every time. Because I ain't with all that lip wrestling. I'm going to lose. I don't know how to do all that. I don't know how to Charleston White with you. We got other effective ways of really neutralizing you and getting to the point. And like I said, I'm delivered from that now, man. You know, God has blessed me, but I'm just telling you, like, when you see this ain't funny, man.
Nigga, tell my son you sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
Tell my son you sorry.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Say I'm sorry, Tristan.
I love you, Tristan.
Say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I love you, Tristan.
Hey, my motherfucking son.
But see, I'm going to tell you something. This is not funny, but this is necessary for some of you YouTube people because you grew up in the cyber world. You don't grow up in the real world or what really going on outside, the real world. Because when we catch you, it ain't going to be no, oh, hold on, man, I was just playing. I was just bullshitting. I was just joking. Ain't going to be none of that when we catch you. And on YouTube, you could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You could be whatever you want to be. But in real life, you got to show and prove. We're going to come test you. We're going to come check that chin. We're going to come see what you about, man. And the thing is, are you going to be ready when we show up? This is what's going on. They don't show Philly and Baltimore. They show Chicago and Atlanta, Los Angeles. They don't show Philly and Baltimore where it's popping. We smaller than Chicago. They don't show this kind of stuff. But you're not going to, very rare do you see Philly rappers or Baltimore rappers online talking shit to each other. Because where we come from, like I told you, go make a video about one of these dudes and watch what happened to you. I'm going to kill you, man. And it'd be over something petty. Over here, you get killed for the pettiest things, man. They're going to kill you. Immediately. They killed a 14-year-old boy here last year. I did the video, shot him 18 times. Because he was dissing his ops. Rode up on him while he was on a bus stop on his way home. Shot him 18 times. My son, 2 weeks ago, posted a picture of him holding up some gang signs. My son, my 15-year-old son. Let me tell y'all a real story. My 15-year-old son posted a picture and put it on his Instagram of him with a mask on his face, holding up some signs like this, right? And it's a local gang that live 4 blocks up from me. They known for shootings, putting in work. Part of the gang just got indicted on 5 murders. My stupid son posted on his Instagram a picture of him holding up their street number. My son went down to the basketball courts, which I never let him go to, but he begged and my wife begged and I let him go, Riz, and he went down to the basketball courts. While he's down there, he gets approached by some boy that he had a problem with before that's from that hood. And he said, yo, why was you dissing my hood? You ain't from my hood. What you throwing up the 6 and the 4 for? Now, my son ain't no gangbanger, never seen a dead body in the streets, never shot a gun. He not raised in that. He thought they was playing. Next thing you know, another kid that's not from the hood that was over there dick eating with the guys got behind my son and they surround my son. They swung on him. My son got scared and he ran. He ran home. I was upstairs in the bed. I got out the bed. I'm telling you how Philly worked. I got out the bed. I went downstairs. But wait, before that, my son's brother, because he's from around that area where they used to go to war with that gang. They used to go to war with that gang. He called and told Thomas to take that picture down. I scolded Thomas for putting up the picture and explained to him what can happen here. My son ain't from the hood again. Like I told you, I'm from the hood. My son's brother is from the hood, not my son. He's a square, trying to be something he ain't. So they swung on him and chased him. He ran home. I came downstairs. I put my clothes on. I grabbed my son, threw him in the car. I rode up, went to go find the boys. I found 2 of them walking. I rode up on them, pulled up on the pavement, jumped out the car on them, grabbed my son and said, fight him right now. Made my son fight the boy. Right in their hood. Because I'm still kind of half retarded. Now something could have happened to us, but I'm crazy because I'm me. And somebody was fucking with my child. And I know how the streets go. And I know that once my son put that up there like that, and they went to check my son and he ran from them, they're going to always mess with him to the point where he can end up losing his life. So I pulled up on a pavement, jumped out on them, and they were scared, kind of scared. They was youngins. I made my son run up on the boy and run down on the boy, and him and the boy start fighting. And the boy could hold his own. He got it on real good, right? And I told my son, if I ever, you want to be a part of something that you don't understand. And my son got lucky, because had they been a couple older guys, they would have shot my son, because that's how they get down here. I had to go holler at a couple people that I know, that know me and know how I get down from around that way. I had to send word out that if something happened to my son, your mom's gonna have to go down south. Your children gonna have to you're gonna have to move your children away, because I'm not coming after you. I'm coming after the people you love. Something happened to my son, everybody's gonna get it. And I had to send that word out. I didn't want to send the word out, but unfortunately, amongst my people, I know how the streets of Philadelphia go. And it's over something simple as my child putting a 6 in the 4 up. I had to send word. No, it ain't like that. No, it is like that, because I know how I go. And my son don't understand that. He was looking at me, Wax, like, Dad, what are you talking about? All I did was post a picture. Wax, he don't know, because I didn't raise him like that. But outside, there's a bunch of kids that's his age that was raised in that, and they'll die for it. Thomas don't know. So I had to tell him, like, listen, if anything happened to my son, I'm not coming after the gang. I'm going after your mothers. Sorry. Not sorry. You know why? I don't gangbang. I run a program for children. My son made a mistake. Like I told you, they shot a 14-year-old 18 times. They shot a 13-year-old in the face over social media argument beef. This is what they do here. That's what they do here. But they don't know that, Pops, I'm an 80s and 90s cat. I'm not playing. You kill my son, you kill me. So if you kill my son, my child, my boy, my seed, my son, what else? What I got to live for? So we got past that. A couple of conversations was had. I made my son fight the boy. Conversations had, and it's over. They moved on. I know some people, some big homies from around that way. Apologies was let out. And like I said, I scolded my son. But I'm saying all that to say that here, we don't have like the organized gangs like they do in Chicago. We got street crews that kill. So when you see this kind of stuff like this, everybody think that it's funny.
Nigga, tell my son you sorry.
Sorry, man.
Tell my son you sorry.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Say I'm sorry, Tristan.
I love you, Tristan.
Say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I love you,
Bitch ass
Tristan.
nigga. Hey, my motherfucking son. Fuck is wrong with you? That's bitch ass nigga. Say you sorry.
And see, my brother Rizza know that's in Chicago. I know for a fact that if that was Philadelphia and they went through the business of kidnapping him and doing that, they would have killed him, bro. Ain't no way he would have came back home survived. It don't happen like that here. He would have been dead. That's why I'm telling you, when you look at the Don Diva magazines from back in the day, all these interviews, Philadelphia is the 5th biggest city in America. It's like 2 million people damn near here, right? You got big time dope boys, drug dealers, black and Latinos. How come you never see Philadelphia guys doing interviews? Because you're not allowed to. If you're from Philadelphia and you are known street guys with bodies, to go on Vlad TV and talk is considered snitching. You see New York, like Lou Sims and all them guys be coming home and all them big OGs. In Philadelphia, you can't do that. They call it snitching. I'm not lying. Riz will tell you, if I was to go on Vlad TV and talk about Southwest Philly and the stuff we did in the 90s, telling stories, I would be called a snitch in Philadelphia. You talking too much. You telling business, people business. Police listening. That's how they talk here. That's why you don't see interviews of people from Philadelphia. How is it that Philadelphia have over 500 homicides, bang, bang everywhere, but you don't see nobody from Philadelphia doing interviews? Very rare. You might get a couple rappers, but not the street guys that they like to interview. It's OGs and kingpins that come home every day in Philly. They don't go on Vlad TV. They not on Say Cheese TV. Because over here, if you online and you talking shit to somebody, listen, I'm not going to go online and talk shit to another dude from Philadelphia. Because, yeah, I might be a big and bad dude, but so is them dudes. They big and bad dudes too. It's different. Yeah. Yeah, Deadshot. His rap career is over after that. But this is the thing, right? I asked, why should his rap career have to be over? This video is disturbing. And this video is a direct reflection of the deaf culture that we celebrate. What can we learn from this video? Or will we learn? Will we stop? See, because a lot of people thought this video was funny. I didn't think this video was funny at all. What I see is a black man being beaten and another black man beating him. And what I see when I look at this video is two traumatized individuals. The one doing the beating and the one being beaten. Traumatized because we believe the lie. And we harm and maim each other. See, because Alexis, you can't hurt what you love. You won't kill what you love. You won't kill what you love. But because you hate your brother and you traumatized, you'll get online and disrespect the dead. And because the father is traumatized because of the death of his son and living in this deaf culture. So what I see when I see this video is two traumatized black men. One being the aggressor and one being beaten. Yeah, he lucky they didn't kill or rape him. This is very disturbing, but I waited to do this live stream because I really wanted to see how many YouTubers would take this approach when they show this video of him being beaten. What I saw was everybody said Deadshot was his career is over. And brother Deadshot, they said, that's what he get. Oh, or some even thought it was funny. But see, for me, this guy Spenzo could be your brother. This guy could be your dad, your cousin, your brother-in-law, your son. This guy could be anybody. He could have did something stupid and made a mistake. And the brother doing the beating could be your brother, your cousin. That's got emotional because his son is dead. Me being an urban nerd, I'm in the prevention business. How do we get to a space where we can protect both brothers and prevent this from happening to each other? Because I don't like, this traumatizes me, Riz, when I see this. Another black man being beaten. I don't think that it's funny. I don't think that it's okay. This is what it is. Let me get to my other part of my show. Because I'm gonna do a stream with me and Richie. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this stream, this one. But I'm gonna get to the meat of my stream and where I want to go. Let me get over here. I gotta learn how to work this share screen. All right. I gotta learn how to work this share screen. All right, now let's get to this white boy. Let's get to the white boys.
Now at 4 o'clock morning, a fallen hero, the memorial for the Temple University police officer Christopher Fitzgerald continues to grow right there in North Philadelphia. The 31-year-old father of 4 was shot and killed in the line of duty Saturday night. And today we are learning more about the 18-year-old accused of shooting and killing that officer. It is Monday afternoon. Brian and Sarah are off. I'm Gray Hall.
And I'm Shari Williams. The big story on Action News is the investigation into the murder
Hold
that
on real
has
quick.
sent shockwaves through the
Hey, Riz, ain't Shari Williams fine as hell? Look at Shari Williams.
Temple University and law enforcement communities. Fitzgerald was shot while investigating a robbery in North Philadelphia around 7 o'clock Saturday night.
18-year-old Miles Pfeffer was arrested 12 hours later at his family's farm in Bucks County. Earlier today, he made his first appearance before a judge.
We have live team coverage of this case as it is unfolding. Katie Castro is standing by at the growing memorial in North Philadelphia, where family members showed up a short time ago.
But we begin with Action News reporter Chad Perdelli live in Buckingham Township with more on what we are learning, Chad, about that suspect.
Yeah, Miles Pfeffer was known to police here in bucolic, Bucks County, and according to multiple law enforcement sources, he was charged as a juvenile in a bomb threat case at a local high school as a juvenile. Photos released by Temple University police show Miles Pfeffer being transported to the Kern-Fromhold Correctional Facility early this morning after his arraignment on a slew of charges, including first-degree murder of a police officer. Authorities took the 18-year-old into custody early Sunday morning at his family's Buckingham Township farm, 12 hours after the fatal shooting of Temple University police officer Christopher Fitzgerald.
We had officers Fitzgerald's handcuffs with them, and they were placed on our suspect as we brought him back to police headquarters, and we felt it was important to remember Officer Fitzgerald.
Police say Fitzgerald was investigating a crime near the Temple campus border when he came in contact with Pfeffer. After a short pursuit, police say Pfeffer shot Fitzgerald, then stood over him and shot him at least 2 more times in the head. Police say he then tried to steal the dead cop's holstered gun before carjacking a motorist and fleeing.
All right, all units available. Please clear Ball Street. We got a report of an officer down.
Law enforcement sources say Pfeffer was known to police in Bucks County. As a juvenile, he was arrested and charged with terroristic threats related to a bomb threat at CB South High School in 2021. Sources say Pfeffer recently got off probation for that crime. The Bucks County District Attorney's Office would not confirm that, telling Action News it had no comment. The Central Bucks School District says Pfeffer was a student in the district until September of 2019, which would have likely been his freshman year. Where he went to school afterwards is unclear. While his mother lives on the farm, Pfeffer's father lives on the 2900 block of Ridge Avenue in Strawberry Mansion, which may explain Pfeffer's travels in Philadelphia.
Now watch this, right? Watch this. They said some key things that we got to pay attention to and listen to. He had a bomb threat in the school years back, where he was already on notice. We already put everybody on notice. His parents split up. His dad is living down on Ridge Avenue, where they in the gentrified area, where they gentrifying. He come from money. His family come from money, up in Buckingham, about 40 minutes outside PA. But from 2019 to now, his whereabouts was basically unknown. He just came from out of nowhere. Now, my brother Riz always talk about clones and certain things that they do to people and programming the minds of people. The question that's not being asked is, Dad is living on Ridge Avenue, where you got a lot of white people moving into these areas now, right? Because they're buying up the property. Why the hell was him and 2 other white boys down in North Philly robbing people, shooting cops, and then carjacking somebody? I want to know, right? I want to know where has this boy been from 2019 until now? Did you see? Listen, y'all gotta listen. Listen to what they say.
Before carjacking a motorist and fleeing.
All right, all units available. Please clear Vaughn Street. We got a report of an officer down.
Law enforcement sources say Pfeffer was known to police in Bucks County. As a juvenile, he was arrested and charged with terroristic threats related to a bomb threat at CB South High School in 2021. Sources say Pfeffer recently got off probation for that crime. The Bucks County District Attorney's Office would not confirm that, telling Action News it had no comment. The Central Bucks School District says Pfeffer was a student in the district until September of 2019, which would have likely been his freshman year. Where he went to school afterwards is unclear.
There's a lot of things that's unclear about. They're talking in the media right now about that. I'm surprised that I can't go from screen to screen on this thing. They're talking in the media right now about his family in Buckingham, but they're not talking about his upbringing and when he left school. Where did he go? What was he doing? Why was his father living over there that night? Was he his father? This shit is weird. It's strange. They haven't shown the other two kids that got locked up. They only showing him, but we know that from what we've been told, there's no white boys at 17th and Montgomery in North Philly killing people. Now we've been talking about this, but now all of a sudden the camera catches him shooting somebody. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm struggling over here with this damn because I don't know how to use this. Hold on. Here we go. So the boy that he killed, Fitzgerald, was Puerto Rican and black. His father's black, his mother's Puerto Rican. So let's look at some more.
Yeah, it was absolutely a very emotional day for this family who was so gracious to give us their time and share the story of their loved one with us and with the world. His widow, Marissa, really just wants everyone to know that her husband was a hero for putting his life on the line to make sure everyone else was safe. And of course, many people are very appreciative of his sacrifice, as evidenced by his memorial behind me, which only grows by the day. Behind his badge, Officer Chris Fitzgerald's biggest job was as a father to four. A goofball at heart, his now widow tells us.
Everybody would ask me, how many kids do we have? And I would tell him he was the biggest baby of them all.
That's his father right there. That's his wife.
The night he died was an overtime shift he picked up. Before leaving home, he promised his wife Marissa and his kids they'd go to IHOP for chocolate chip waffles the next morning.
We'll go tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow.
Tomorrow never came.
Do you remember what the last words he said to you were out the door?
He gave me a kiss and he told me that he loved me. And I said, I love you too. And when he walked out the door, he said he'd be right back. He said, I'll be right back, babe.
Now his family has a very clear idea of the justice they want served.
If you could speak directly to this teenage shooter or this shooter's family, do you want to say anything to them?
You had no right. You are a coward. You are evil. I know what you did to my husband.
And all of our family call for a different type of justice. We know how things work. We know the politics at play. Politics are not a part of what happened to Christopher Fitzgerald.
And his family hopes with his sacrifice, more measures will be put in place for his fellow police colleagues.
More safety for these officers.
This is the question that I'm asking, though. This is the question that I'm asking, right? Where does white boy come from? They usually do investigations into the families. They haven't shown the dad. They haven't talked about the mom. They haven't talked about his upbringing. When there's a black guy or a black boy, they kill a cop, or a Puerto Rican or Latino, they kill a cop, they go into everything. This dude came and killed a black. His father's black. They came and killed this boy, where they show every day. Understand where I'm going and how I'm laying this out, right? They show every day. They show every day black people killing each other. North Philly is one of the worst sections in America. In America. I don't even go to North Philly in certain spots if I don't have to. I'm not from North Philly. I'm from Southwest Philly. I'm from way across town. So you got a white boy, 18, 17, and 16. Nobody's walking through North Philly like that. His father's on Ridge Avenue. Okay, you go see your father. But then you get caught up in the robbery. I want to know why. Riz, they not telling us nothing. This is weird as shit. This is kind of like the Larry Bird band in the NBA dropping 40 on all the black players. Everybody look around like, huh? It becomes news. It becomes special because there's a white boy doing something that we're not used to seeing. So now you got a white boy. This ain't the 30s where they was just killing us with full autonomy. This is 2023. We've been telling y'all that y'all been coming into our communities killing us and getting away with it. So now something happens and they trying to cover it up like it's an isolated incident. They trying to cover it up like it's an isolated incident. They're not telling you nothing. And the cop that get killed ain't a white cop. It's a white boy. He killed a black man's son. They covering it up. I pay attention to everything. I'm seeing what's happening here. They listen. We come from or raised in this country where white people was killing us with full autonomy for hundreds of years. And then they switched it on you and made you the face of criminality. They said you are the killers. That's what they said. And you believed the lie. They've been killing you and drugging you and putting lead in your waters, giving you fucked up foods, poor medicines. They've been killing you and every eugenics. They have been killing you, right? And then in the last 40 years, they conditioned you to believe that you are the devil and you're the killer. To the point where ain't no white boy gonna come in the hood and kill no black people. Why would I not believe that when they've been killing us? So now a white boy gets caught in North Philly, one of the worst sections in America, because they say because of so-called black on black crime, an 18-year-old white boy kills a cop, a black man's son. Not a white cop, a black cop. And you expect me to just believe that this was something that's happenstance? This just happened? No, man. I follow the timeline of the history. No. Show me where this happens in Newark. Show me in the Bronx where this is going to happen. Show me. Up and down the East Coast. Show me where this is going to happen. An 18-year-old white boy with a 16 to 17-year-old white boy is going to get caught doing a robbery in North Philly. They from Buckingham Township, kill a cop, run down and shoot him while he's on the ground, try to take his gun and then carjack somebody. There was something else going on here and they got caught. Now it's an isolated story. And they pick and choose who they want to go after. I even want to investigate the father now. Did he upset somebody? Does the father have an open case somewhere in court somewhere? Did the father get some type of money? I want to investigate the father. I want to know the dad. Is his father having issues with somebody in the fraternal order? Because I ain't buying this shit.
More help.
Let's look at this one. I ain't buying it. You can sell that. You can sell that to somebody else. You can't sell that to me. Hold on. Man, they got this thing. I can't. Hold on. The way that they do these windows, this shit is like kind of weird. All right. Boom. Let me see. Is this the one I had already? Yeah, this is the one I already had. I can't even bring everything up. And this shit is recording. And it's like, what the? Hold on for a second. Where's that sound coming? Oh shit. All right, here we go. There we go. Yeah, my bad. All right. Let me go here. Yeah, I gotta learn. I gotta learn how to work this. I want y'all to see this one before I get out of here. I got a couple more minutes before I gotta go.
But first, that developing story, disturbing new details about the suspect just captured in one of the city's deadliest shootings in recent years. I'm Sheba Russell.
And I'm Jason Martinez. Authorities now say that suspect had a history of violence, including 2 deadly shootings in a matter of days.
Shawnette, investigators say he killed at least 4 people in less than a week.
That is what they're telling us, Sheba. The district attorney's office also says that Edwin Vargas was banned from having guns, but they say he still managed to get his hands on them. Investigators say 24-year-old Edwin Vargas is the link in several shootings in the city, carried out over the course of about a week, starting in the Harrogate section of the city on December 30th. The DA's office says Vargas made terroristic threats and fired shots to threaten his ex-girlfriend. 4 days later, on January 3rd, Philly police say Vargas shot at a car in Hunting Park, killing the 28-year-old passenger inside.
That male was shot one time in the left side of the head. He succumbed to his injuries.
The next day, on January 4th, prosecutors say Vargas went back to the Harrogate residence of his ex and fired shots again to terrorize and harm her. It looked like the end when Vargas was arrested January 17th, but Philadelphia police determined there was more.
Unfortunately, that arrest came 7 days too late, because prior to that, on the 9th, Edwin Vargas was part of a group that shot up 6700 Baca Roland Street, and 3 individuals end up dying.
That was in Mayfair. Police say Vargas, along with 3 other suspects who they're still looking for, got out of a car and fired at another group of men as they got out of a car. 3 between the ages of 18 and 24 died. The other was in critical condition that night. Police say surveillance video captured the shooting. The DA's office says both cars were reported stolen.
Now watch this. They're saying that he's not competent. They don't know where he come from. The other dudes that he supposed to committed these murders with, they're nowhere in sight. Don't nobody know where they are. He's not from the Badlands in North Philly. You notice they didn't put an address, or maybe he's not from here. He had an ex-girlfriend, and whatever she's talking about, he's not from here. Now, I showed you the Puerto Rican and black boy. This is a white boy. He came in the hood. He shot some random somebody in the car, shot him in the head, rode up on somebody and shot him in the head. Then he was shooting at his girlfriend. Then he rode up with some people and shot 4 people, killed 3 of them till they got him. Now they saying he not competent, but he not from here. Don't nobody know him. Down in the Badlands, in Puerto Rican land, everybody pretty much know each other, or they know of each other. Different crews. They fight amongst each other. Nobody knows this dude. Where he come from, Riz? He just riding up on people in the night and just smoking people. But again, cameras is catching people. These are the questions that need to be answered and asked. Now, we say that these people have been coming in our communities doing stuff, but now they're saying that he may not be competent enough to stand trial. They don't have no address on him. They had him in custody for 3 weeks now. They don't have no address on him. They haven't found the people that did the shootings. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see if I can pull up the other one. Which one is this? This is the one I'm looking at now, right? Watch this. Hold on. How they lie, how they spin shit. And all you gotta do is pay attention.
Our hearts go out to them. For the police department, thank you for joining us here today. Soon we're going to hear from Commissioner Outlaw. We're also going to be hearing from
3 separate incidents that resulted in the murders of 5 people. First, I want to give my deepest condolences to the families and the friends and the loved ones of the victims, all victims actually here in our city. We understand that no amount of justice can bring back their loved ones, but we have not, and we will not rest until all of those responsible for terrorizing our city are taken into custody. Look, we know that violence is often a symptom of something much larger, a much larger problem. Where we find gun violence, we also find troubling activities such as group violence, narcotics use, narcotic sales, and quite frankly, urban decay. But with all of that said, what's most important is we cannot lose sight over the fact that it's the actual perpetrators of these heinous acts that are making the final decision to pull the trigger.
See,
and as you've probably heard us or me say time and time again, it's a very small percentage of individuals.
We know all that, but this is the thing. They're not giving him a place of origin. This guy just came in the hood and Lexus just start clapping people. The Puerto Ricans down north don't know him. Nobody knows him. Normally when somebody get killed or get hit up, is such and such from this place. Like the white boy, right? The other white boy, they know they got him in custody. They know where he's from. They know where he's from. They know his dad, his mom. They got his siblings. This dude, they don't know who was with him. He's not competent. He was competent enough to kill, but now he may not be competent to stand trial, and nobody in the community knows him. But he got like 5 bodies.
To policing, our forensic investigators and our technicians play a very significant role in analyzing evidence and solving cases in our city. The work, quite frankly, just never stops.
The officers responded to that location. Vargas, he's a 24-year-old Hispanic male. On Monday, January the 9th, on the 7300 block of Roland Street, there was a shooting incident that resulted in 4 males being shot. 3 of those males succumbed to their injuries. The 4th male was in the hospital in critical condition.
Listen, this is where whenever you hear the police talk, they usually say it's about an ongoing gang conflict. There's no ongoing gang conflict. There's no war. The people in that part of the hood is wondering, who the fuck is this guy? Because he killed somebody at the light while he was in a car. He shot somebody. Some random dude that wasn't connected with the other 4 people he shot. Nobody knows. And in Philly, down in the Badlands, they got gangs. They got $1 million blocks still. The dudes that's running the $1 million blocks, they don't know them. Nobody knows them.
As a result of good, strong police work, excellent detective work, and the utilization of technology, we were able to arrest Edwin Vargas. He was ultimately charged with 3 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. I think it's important you understand what kind of individual Edwin was. On Tuesday, January the 3rd, at about 1:51 a.m., which is 6 days prior to this quadruple shooting, there was a homicide at 900 West Hunting Park Avenue. The officers responded to that location. There was a car that crashed at that location, and inside that car on the passenger seat was an unresponsive male. That male was shot 1 time in the left side of the head. He succumbed to his injuries. This assignment was immediately assigned to Detective Janelle Craig, who's here as well. And within 14 days of this incident, she was able to put together the pieces that ultimately led to the arrest of Edwin Vargas. That arrest occurred on 1/17. Unfortunately, that arrest came 7 days too late.
Listen, you know, normally whenever they said they would usually say, and Riz, tell me if I'm wrong, Riz. They'll say 24-year-old Edwin Vargas of Sedgley Street, or they'll be like 24-year-old Edwin Vargas of North Philly of the 1700 block was arrested, such and such. He ain't from here. I gotta pull the video, but I can't pull it up on this thing because I'm struggling with this stream right now. The people in the community is trying to figure out where he's from. Who is he? Now they're saying that he's not competent. I'm just saying. So we got a white boy, a straight up white boy, clapping cats and shooting cops, killing a black man's son, a black male police officer's son. Then we got a white Latino that probably could have came up from any goddamn where, because the Latinos in the hood don't know him. And he just randomly running around shooting people. Yeah, he shot them 4 boys coming from the shopping mall. And look, Riz, the dudes, the niggas down north don't know him. He don't got no address. He ain't like from a rival gang. Nobody knows him. So did somebody bring in an out-of-town shooter? Because he didn't just shoot them coming from the mall. He shot some other people. Is he a Rican from Puerto Rico? They ain't saying nothing. And now all of a sudden, Riz, he's not competent enough to stand trial. Go figure. We saw that video. Yep. He can't, hey Riz, he can't talk now. He's not capable of talking. Boy, these people, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's wild out here, man. I'm gonna come back later because I got some stuff I gotta do. I gotta be somewhere at 1. But I'm gonna come back later. But let me share. I have to work on the screen share, try to figure out because they changed it up a little bit. Probably one of the immigrants they brought in. Probably so, because he ain't from here. I got is a video, Riz, where the people was talking like, yo, Because Riz, you know, whenever they show the news and they lock somebody up, they always tell you where he come from. Like they told the boy he from Buckingham. They'll always say what section of the city or where he comes from. They'll have something about him on there. It's been over 3 weeks. They caught him. They ain't catch nobody that was with him. He's not competent enough to stand trial, and they don't have no address or origins on him, just his name. And he just running around randomly, riding around North Philly clapping cats. But I'll say this, right? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. Right here, right? That's the cop, Chris Fitzgerald's father right there, right? And these are his babies, his children. But his father was a police officer for over 27 years. What I'm going to look into now is the dad. I want to know why. I want to know why a white boy was in the hood, robbing and then killed a cop and then carjacked somebody. And it finds out that he has a black father, because I thought he was all Rican. But when I saw Fitzgerald last name, I said, no, he might be biracial. But then I seen the father. I seen his mom. You know, he got the Rican wife. And then that's her dad over there on the side, off to the side. This is her dad, her father. That's her father. That was his father. I need to look into now to find out why was this white boy in the hood, and maybe the son was handpicked. Who was the father at beef with? Is the father ex-military? Something ain't right. See, I don't believe just the shit that they just tell us when they just come on the news and on TV because they said so. Nah, man, that's not no random. Riz, you know, this shit ain't random. Oh, just some white boy three white boys just gonna go in the hood and rob somebody, kill a cop, and then carjack some. Nah, man, no. I was born tonight, but it wasn't last night. You can't just tell me any damn thing. You can't just tell me any goddamn thing. You can't just tell me any damn thing. So I'm gonna cut this short here. I gotta get out of here. Make sure y'all leave your comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Let everybody know that you know, this is no longer George Making Experience. This is now Street Media TV. I'll probably go live. Me and Richie got a live stream we coming up too that he want to do. So once I'll be going live for the next couple days. You know, really getting back into it. All right. So I gotta go. Remember, I love my people more than they hate themselves, and I pray to the universal creator Most High that these words is enough to inspire you. These words enough to make you look at yourself, in the mirror, these words enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change. I hope that when you came here for information, and when you leave here greater than what you was before you came. You leave here edified. I hope that you share this information on all the social media mechanisms that we use to get the message across. All right, but this is fishy. It's something strange. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.